Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Meeple has landed.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Vitruvian Meeple's production of Echoes of the Undying, a CYPHER System fantasy campaign. I'm your host, Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple, here as, well, not always, but getting to be more usual now, which is kind of cool, with Matt, Julie, Ray, Patrick, and Ecat. We are here to play some CYPHER System, getting back to the main storyline here, Echoes of the Undying, where last we checked in, our heroes had spent the entirety of last session going toe-to-toe with 16 of the Lost, and with a little bit of help from Zahar's family, got through it, honestly, relatively unscathed. I don't think anyone even went down a step on the damage track, so honestly, you guys did really well.
Let's not
Jinx
think
ourselves.
that.
Right?
Just
GM setting us up.
Yep.
Oh, come on. What's the worst that can happen?
Don't say it.
Too late. No one could possibly ever have survived that.
What is this?
That's a
And
callback.
that's why we had to deal with that damn seagull twice.
Right? All right. So
oh my god.
we're going to do a little bit of hand waving here. Our heroes have had time to rest. They've had time to conference with Zahar's father, and have decided, as I understand it, to follow or head west in the direction of Verkbar Mount, on the theory that we know that Tikidal has some business there, and we think Howard, some people that he has been looking for have traveled there, and so that may just be the next step in their particular storylines. So the characters have two options, and I wish I had a nice picture of this that I could put up on the stream, but I don't, so you'll have to take my word for it. The characters can kind of backtrack and go back by Kosh and back by Riverhead, where this all started, going southwest and then scooping back northwest towards Verkbar Mount. Or they could try to shave a couple of days off of their travel in exchange for harsher conditions and go over the mountain range just to the west of Saga, just to the west of where the Bareha tribe have settled, across the Spine Mountains.
This is where we need an app that does the Indiana Jones travel arrows.
Right.
Dotted line.
Yeah.
Somebody makes that somewhere, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Maybe I'll see if I can edit something in post. So, yeah, your options, like I said, you can shave like a day or two off of your travel, assuming that everything goes to plan, which, when does that happen? Or you can play it safe and go down around the south past Kosh and Riverhead.
And by safe, we of course mean also pass through two areas we've been through and are recognizable, and where we have experienced, might I add, some absolutely horrifying things. especially in Riverhead. I'm sure they'd love to see us there.
Now, granted, I mean, you don't have to go to Riverhead. There's plenty of room here to maneuver around that, so that you are not back where, again, all this crap started. And you can even stay far enough to the west of Kosh that unless someone is traveling out that way, you can probably make that travel unencountered. So, what are people's thoughts?
Unless we need something in either the city or town, I don't particularly see a need to actually stop in either one of them.
Same.
I think that Taquito's skills in geography probably did not cover the Spine Mountains.
Other than not other than knowing, that they
Yeah.
are there.
Yep. But not like trade routes or history of settlements and
Nope.
crap like that.
They are far north and tall and relatively foreboding.
Especially on little gnome legs.
Yeah. So it sounds like people are leaning towards taking the safe route, but just avoiding Kosh and Riverhead. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taquito would not complain about that.
Okay.
What are the chances of us being able to procure horses from my family? So we're not walking or having to do a caravan if we don't want to.
They did lose some people recently. So.
Right.
Even at a reduced cost.
We still have all that payment from the caravan.
You do.
True?
Yep.
Yep.
Sir.
Did we get that money?
Yes, you got that before
Yeah.
I insisted
I've got-
upon that.
before everything
Okay.
went south in Kosh. Yeah.
I'm just looking at my money and I'm like, I can't remember if that was the amount I was supposed to have before or after that.
That was gathered up as a kind of party equipment. It hadn't
Yep.
been distributed, if I recall.
Gotcha. Okay. That would explain why the number
I
looked
don't
low.
remember how much that was.
Um,
I hope somebody else wrote it down because I sure shit did it.
Oh, let's see.
Or at least I don't think I did.
don't remember off the top of my head, but it's we'll call it somewhere in the neighborhood of enough.
Okay.
Let's take notes.
Right.
Oh, no, I did write it down.
So how much was it?
It was provisions and 60 arm a person per day. 12. This was on December 2nd, 24. On 1/20/25, we got to Kosh and received 60 arm. We'll get more the next day.
Yeah.
So-
The next day we got the remaining balance, which I'm trying to remember how many days the trip was. It was 3 total.
No, 2.
So it'll be an extra-
But it was 2, but 60 was the negotiated considerably higher rate.
Because every once in a while we don't roll terribly. It
Yeah.
happens. Sorry.
Don't be.
So we should have 120 Aurum
Ish.
on top
Yeah.
of what we have.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wow. A lot
Plus,
more
we
than the
got paid
15 I'm showing.
45 in the one shot as well.
I'll take it.
Okay. So we're gonna say you can they can give you horses to basically get you back to Kosh. But they cannot give them up permanently. So basically, you would leave them there in the care of one of the Bereha who happened to be there, and then you would have to procure your own.
So you would drop the rentals off in the city and pick up a new one on
Yep.
the way to the.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I'm for that.
Yep.
Enterprise rent a horse.
Yep.
No smoking on the horse.
You're the only
Make sure
driver on the
has been
horse.
fed at least as
Right.
much as it is when you pick him up.
It's the extra for the not so serious XM that they get you for. All right, so we are doing that. So as Zell mentioned, yeah, and specifically Zell, you know that it's not safe for you in Kosh. That being said, you are the negotiator of the group.
I'm really hoping that they have horse stables outside of the city.
I also speak the language, though, in Kosh. So.
That's true. That's true. Yes, you do. All right. So, let's see. Let's actually, let's make this like a nice big old group roll, because I think you all have most if not all of you have something that you can that you can contribute to this. So let's lay it out. I think what happens, and we're not even going to make this a roll because I think this is a nice little montagey bit. Tikidal knows enough about cities and getting around in them to kind of figure out where there might be a further out from the city center stable that might be willing to deal in horses. I think Zahar speaking one of the native languages is good to have influence to kind of cut through some of the bullshit. Any other bullshit that happens to come up, that's what you have Howard for. Serafina is again a soothing influence when tempers start to run high, and she is good with figuring out what people need and what people want. And then Zell, of course, is the silver tongued devil. So I think all that being said, I think that's a nice little group montage moment that just works. So yes, you find actually it takes you a couple of stables because no one has 5 that they can part with at once, but between all of you, you manage to work it out. And we will call it 50 gold apiece for horses.
Okay.
Or 50 arm, excuse me.
Each or for the group?
Each.
I have a silly question. I have a camel on my inventory. What happened to him?
You rode that to oh no, you got that from the one shot. I think. Yeah.
The one shot was way up in the in the snowy mountains. I don't think I would have a camel for that.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we may have picked them up when we left Kosh to go up north.
Okay.
So we might get a trade-in discount.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Taquito's good at haggling and bargaining.
Okay, so I think with that, between that and the double team of Tequila and Zell. Anyone else have a camel on their inventory or something similar? I don't remember.
Oh, great. Some of my keys have decided to not work.
Don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to type riding horse and I don't have a D.
That's no good.
Ha!
Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll call it 40 apiece, with your trade in and with extra negotiation from Tequila.
Okay.
And you head off. Are you booking it, or are you being a little bit nicer to the horses and taking a more leisurely pace?
Has Tequila gotten any further since all of the things died down? We do the city, we have the horses. Any other oddnesses from the ornithopter with regards to the crystal that might influence?
Strangely, no. It seems to have gone mostly dormant. As you make your way from Kosh in the general direction of just north of Riverhead, which, for those of you again who can see the map, is pretty much right directly in line with Calva, you can feel a little bit of a pull. But no, it's not, this is not Indigo's sword finding the tree. No, this is just like, every, I'd say probably every few hours or so, you get what kind of feels like a heartbeat. That's just kind of, a couple of little tiny tugs in the direction that you're going.
Okay.
And after a couple of days, you manage to find some small villages and farming communities and whatnot to so you don't have to sleep out under the stars. And after a couple of days, you find you crest a hill, and actually, the hill actually, as it turns out, is covered with red flowers. And you see that down the slope of the hill is a small village. And as it is getting on towards evening mealtime, this might be a good place to stop for the night. So you make your way in?
Absolutely.
Okay. As you make your way into town, you notice that everyone that you see in town looks very on edge. And they're kind of watching. They're not like, obviously not staring at the sun setting, but, they're, as the sun is setting, they're kind of, giving furtive glances towards it. And especially those with children, you see they are very much ushering their children quickly back towards their homes.
Does not look good.
We
That
might want to
doesn't
go.
usually happen when you go into town.
How often do I go into town?
Well, no, usually the furtive looks are at you.
Right.
Exactly.
They're looking the other way. That's what makes it strange.
I can't tell if this is we should just, move along and camp, or, or
I
a
think this is a.
GM plot hook, to see what the hell's going
I think
on.
this may be more of a. We are, a group of supposedly do-gooders and otherwise adventurers, and something seems to be off, and maybe we should try to fix it.
Yeah, and Serafina, you especially, get that itch in the back of your neck that something is definitely wrong here. These people are obviously scared of something, and karma tells you that it might be worth taking a look at, seeing if there's anything you can do to help.
Quite often, you can soothe people's fears by illuminating what is wrong by setting that thing on fire.
Are you done?
Something.
I am never done.
Campbellian call to adventure.
Right. So you make your way into the town that you. At some point, you see a sign that says "Welcome to Red Hill," and as you go, you see that people, they don't avoid you, but they kind of see you and they only vaguely acknowledge you. They are definitely scared of something, and it's not you, for once.
It's good.
Well, we can change that, but
Definitely feels like some bandits were through here or something.
Oh, why don't we go to the? I'm assuming that there is some sort of inn.
Yep.
Find rooms, get something to eat, and see if anybody will talk to us.
Okay. Yes. You make your way. There's a tavern near the center of Red Hill, called the Poppy Seed. And yes, you managed to find some rooms. And as you eat, you see. So you see the traditional shadowy figure over in the corner, but they're not waiting for you to talk to them. You can see it's someone that it's an elderly woman, and you can see that she kind of wants to come over and talk to you, but for some reason is not.
Okay. I'm picking up my glass of water, and I take myself over and sit down next to her.
Oh. You are too kind.
Something seems to be troubling you.
Not just me. My name. Everyone calls me Grandmother Moss. One of the elders.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Right.
I'm Serafina.
You are. You are adventurers of fortune, I take it?
Yes. Amongst other things.
It is said in the stories of old that such people would sometimes give aid to those who required it. Are you that of that
Yes.
sort?
Absolutely. Would you like to see our resume?
All sorts of moderate competence.
Do you want people to see our resume?
town's burned.
Right?
And so after we murdered the people in the marketplace, and having wrecked the entire thing, we fled from the city.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. But this is not about that. For the last 3 nights, children. The children of our town have been going missing. One a night. Last night it was my own grandson. Nif. I followed him. I followed him to the edge of the mist march. I tried to stop him. I tried to call to him. He wouldn't. He wasn't listening. And then he came back, and he's just not. He's not the way he was. At least he came back. 3 others have disappeared, and I don't know who's better off. Him for coming back, or the others who's not. We can't offer much, but if you are willing to perhaps find our missing children, as I said, I am one of the town elders and on the town council, and we have a fund set aside in case anyone of your ilk came by and was willing to help us.
Excuse me. As we can absolutely help, we are going to need some more information. Just
Of course.
so let me go and speak with my friends, and so that we can just figure out what information that we need to help you.
Thank you so much.
I get up, go back to the table. It's like, okay,
We got a job.
missing children. Last few nights, said 2 children have been spirited away, not to be seen again. The third is her grandson. She managed to get him back, but he's not quite right.
They were taken at night.
Yes.
And did anyone see them go? Like, were they taken by a person or did they leave?
And were they doing a little weird run with their arms behind them? If they
Was
left.
there a clown with jaunty balloons talking about floating down there? Okay. How early in the day is it?
Myself from sneezing on camera.
It is late afternoon. You probably have about an hour or so before sundown.
So I told her that we probably need to get some more information. Thinking maybe we should talk to her kids to see what the parents of the child, and try to meet her grandson and talk to the other parents.
How big is this town?
I should also take myself off mute so that the people in the broadcast can hear me as well. It's a relatively small town. You'd say it's probably somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200 people, just kind of given the size of things.
Okay, so there are definitely more than 3
Oh, yes.
children.
Yes.
So we should probably stake out somewhere.
Does the town have a good wall around it?
No.
No. Okay, so the children just kind of wander off from in any direction.
Yep.
Okay. We'll have to see if there's any info on, we can narrow that down, because There's only 6-ish of us to
Yeah.
pay attention to that. Although 6 people can watch a town to see if a child's leaving.
Yeah,
We can't accomplish that.
especially
We
if
just
there
need
are
some
any.
communication device, like have Taquito make like rockets or something.
Yeah, and also if there are tall vantage points to observe from.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Let's have this is gonna be a rough night. We're not sleeping tonight. We better be getting a free night's sleep out of this after we're done. Because so we should pull at least a couple of us should go and chat with the villagers, see what information we can get out of them. Fortunately, I can do that. And I have my follower, she'll help out. Because we really need to figure out like what direction they're going. If anybody's taking them, that'll make life a lot easier because we can put an arrow in their head and talk to them afterwards.
Yeah.
You can.
Taquito should go somewhere where he can use his glasses where he can see in the dark.
Yep. You could probably also get some more information from Grandmother Moss as well.
Okay, so Fina, how about you talk to Grandma Moss? I'll go out and with Lendra and see what we can get out of the folks around town.
Okay.
Once we let them know she's talked to us and we're helping, hopefully they will open up. People have to have seen something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fina, you're gonna talk with Grandmother Moss. Zell, you and Lendra are going out to canvass the town. What are the rest of you doing?
Someone should get a bit of a lay of the land so we know what's around us and can try to figure out where the kids are going. So we're prepared for wherever we go.
Yeah, Taquito will go out and just like get an idea with the layout.
Okay.
I do have tracking.
Okay.
So do we know when the most latest disappearance was and where?
Previous night, and did she tell me where it was, or do I need that information I need to get?
Yeah. We'll kind of wave our hands over this because you will get most of this information from Grandmother Moss. It is for the last 3 nights, a total of 4 children have left. They have always left at midnight, and they always go towards something that is she points let's see, you came from there. She points kind of northwest, and simply mentions something called the Mist Marsh.
Marshes. I love marshes.
Right?
We have such good times in marshes, don't we?
I know, right?
I'm from a marsh. Well, a fen to be really technical, but wetlands don't particularly bother me.
And hopefully, your tracking abilities through, the wet, will not be overly hindered.
Hey, what kind of marsh made people really upset? Offended.
But I'm done.
As always, I just stick with Heward.
Okay.
When the so people have seen the children leave, do they just kind of wander off?
Yeah, they wander off. Grandmother Moss actually followed Tiff to the edge of the marsh but was not comfortable going after him, especially in the middle of the night.
Fair enough.
And actually, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. No, well, I'm wrong. Wreck on that. She actually did follow him into the marsh. And she, I saw him approach, I don't know, merchants, some kind of merchants made of birds and bones. He pulled something glowing from his own chest and traded it for a wooden toy. And I'm ashamed to say that I fainted from fear at that point. When I came to,
Pretty horrifying.
when I came to, there was no sign of it. Came back to Red Hill, and he was here, but he was here, but he was not here. I can show you. And
Okay.
she,
Tick, do you want to come with me? Or are you gonna work on some gadgetry?
I have no idea what gadget to work on, and I don't know what it's more disturbing, that or so. Sure, I'll come along.
Okay.
Just don't walk too fast.
Okay, and she takes you to her house. Being one of the town elders, she actually does have a her own, somewhere between a hut and what we would consider like a small house. And she points, and sitting in a chair, perfectly still, sitting straight up, and for all the world looking like he is staring blankly into a corner of the room, is a child about, you would say, probably 8 or 9. Human.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I go and kneel in front of him.
Okay. So he's a young boy, again, probably 8 or 9. Hair about down to his shoulders in the back. And he is just, his face has no expression on it. He's just kind of, I mean, he's not like frozen or anything. Like, he blinks, you can see him breathe. He does not acknowledge you in the slightest. And he's just kind of, he's sitting there looking for all the world like he's, sitting in a corner thinking about what he's done.
She had mentioned a toy.
Yep. Yes, he does. He is holding that. It's a little wooden horse toy. One of the ones with, the wheels and the pull cord.
Oh, yeah.
Tick scans the kid seat in that area.
Okay. Sure, yeah. Let's make me a scan roll. This is going to be we'll start at 3, and depending on how much you beat it, you may get more information.
Okay. Putting in a level of effort.
Okay. Excellent. So you can see. Um, there's nothing. There's nothing inherently magic on him, but something magical has been done to him. And it looks like his essence is missing something.
Tick sort of instinctively now reaches into his pocket satchel, whatever, to the crystal,
Okay.
just wanting to basically as another sensor
Sure.
of anything else.
Okay.
Checking, not expecting.
So you check it. Nothing. Nothing strange.
No cold. Yeah,
is
no
going on.
cold. No
Yep.
wop wop. No.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Um. Seraphina.
Okay.
Intrusion.
I will accept the intrusion.
Okay.
And I will give whatever and give the XP to Tick.
Okay. So as you're looking at Tiff, for a second, just because you're kind of seeing it out of your peripheral vision, it looks kind of like he threw the horse toy to the ground. But then you see that it's starting to move. It's rolling around on its own. The pull cord is actually like coiled up very nicely on its back. Tiff kind of gets up again, very emotionless, not really in a hurry, but he kind of chases it around in a circle a few times. Finally catches up and catches it and goes and sits back down where he was.
Back over to him. Kneel down again.
Okay. Actually, before you do that, just to see, make me a perception roll, difficulty 4.
Do not have perception.
So int.
So intellect.
Yep. And you do have 3 edge, so you can put in a level of her for free. Nice.
I will take that.
There we go.
I will most definitely take that.
Okay. So what you hear, and it's fucking creepy, is as he is chasing the toy around, you hear him giggling. But it is the most flat, lifeless, humorless, joyless giggle you have ever heard in your life. It's like an automaton trying to guess what giggling would sound like.
So outwardly, I'm keeping nice and calm and watching him because I don't want to, upset, Grandma. I'm assuming that, her kids, kids' parents are probably around too. Inside, I am screaming in horror, like, "Oh my God. This
Stop our
child's
children!
soul
Stop
has
our
been
children!
sucked." Yeah, yeah, his soul has been just sucked clean out of him.
You also notice that Grandmother Moss is at this point completely unfazed by the fact that the toy jumped down, and was rolling on its own. In fact, when you see that when that happens, you look over her, and she kind of sighs, and just puts her head in her hands and just kind of weeps. He's been like this all day, ever since he came back.
Would it be okay if I held your horse for a second? Put my hands out.
He makes no movement or anything to indicate that he acknowledges you.
Okay. I try gently taking it out of his hand.
Okay. He lets it go.
Okay. I would like to use my magic training to see if it's some sort of kind of pings to me as an actual magical object.
Okay.
I know Tick's got the orb thingy, what have you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because there's no. Yes, the toy is definitely magical, but it's not. The toy is not what is making Tiff like this.
okay.
The toy is simply enchanted to move on its own.
Okay. Okay.
You can see you look down, and Tiff is still holding his hands as if he was still holding the horse, and is in fact petting where the mane would be if he was still holding the horse where he had it.
Okay. I put the horse back in his hands.
Okay. Do you put it back the same way, or do you like turn it around, or what do you do?
Put it back the same way.
Okay. He without actually like consciously acknowledging you, you put the horse back in his lap, and he reestablishes his grip on it that he had, and goes back to stroking the mane. A few minutes later, the horse jumping down and him chasing it a few times happens again. And we're going to cut to Zell and Lindra. So what are you trying to find out?
I'm trying to find out what other people have seen, try to see if I can talk to the two people who are the two families who are missing children. They seem like they would be very important.
Three.
Three. Okay.
Yeah.
So it strikes me like they'd be really important to talk to.
Yep.
And see if I can get people to, guide them to me so we can get information and figure out like who we're looking for, because obviously we're going to try our best to come back with them.
Yeah. So yes, you meet the various families. You discover that there are 3 children that have gone missing. They are Tam, age 7, Jessa, age 10, and Piotr, age 8. Tam and Piotr are boys. Jessa is a girl. Um, their parents are, as one would imagine, extremely distraught. So please make me some kind of schmoozing them roll. Whatever I'm sure you have two skills that are appropriate here. I just don't remember what they are, but that's okay. Intellect roll to kind of get them to spill some things between their heaving sobs because their children are missing.
Okay. So I imagine that would be pleasant social interactions.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to persuade them. Let's see. So this and Lendra gives me an asset.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Okay.
Good thing I had those.
Right? So yeah, you managed to piece together by talking to the families that each child left at exactly midnight, and they all went towards the mist marsh, and with the exception of Tiff, none of them have come back. Tam has been missing for 3 nights. Jessa for 2, and Piotr just disappeared last night. And it's you're kind of watching the different stages of the different immediate stages of grief across the 3 families. It is heart-wrenching. It is just absolutely, I mean, you're ostensibly like a demon or a devil or something. You have been in the in the clandestine biz. Being nice to people is not necessarily, being genuinely nice to people and genuinely caring about people is not really, your strength here. And like your heart is just breaking for these families.
I also let the other villagers know that, keep an eye on your kids tonight. If they start moving, we will be out by the gate where the kids go out, waiting for them. We will follow them where they're going, and we will find the others, and we will do our best to get the others back and destroy whatever the heck it is that's causing this. But don't raise like a huge stink. Don't wake up the whole village. We will be there. We will be waiting. Just make sure that, come up to us. We'll talk.
Yep.
And we'll make sure that everything that kid is protected.
Yes. Totally not using your children as bait.
No, not at all.
Absolutely. Once again, like if they're traveling in a straight line, we could just restrain the kid, dress Tick up as the kid, and then just have him go. But that might not work.
Howard,
We probably should actually ask Tick if he's actually okay with that. Just saying.
Why start now?
Yeah.
Think of the children.
Howard and Zahar, you guys are kind of scoping out the lay of the land, as it were.
Yeah, seeing if the kids' tracks all go to the same place or if they're just generally heading towards the marsh, or is it a particular
anything weird and unusual
spot? Also looking out for like a good spot for an ambush. So, once the child approaches the abduction spot, we can, jump out and prevent things.
All
that
right.
sort of stuff.
So we're gonna call this Howard, this is gonna be a difficulty 3 intellect roll. You can use tracking.
Okay.
And if you have something else that would be appropriate, try to sell me on it.
I've got knowledge of Eastern Coast and Finland,
Fenlands.
Not Finland, different place.
Yeah, 601.
Yeah, that was going to bite me in the ass at some point. I'm not sure if that's exactly.
Actually, no. You know what? I will take that as a second skill. So just when you roll tracking, just call yourself specialized.
Okay.
Because this is specifically you are tracking them towards a marsh.
Okay.
So yes.
So we'll just say that specialized.
Yep.
I mean, it's could have given me an asset instead, but it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yep.
All right. It's a good thing too.
By the feathers of your teeth.
Yes.
So
Wait, what?
you do you find a few sets of tracks. They all do seem to be heading in the direction of the Mist Marsh. They're not like, they are not bantha riding single file to hide their numbers.
Right.
They are not marching in lockstep. They are, but yeah, you can see a couple of different paths have been worn.
Right. Is it all going to a specific spot or just vaguely into the marsh?
So all of the tracks are, I mean, they're not one right on top of each other, but like they're probably no more than 5, maybe 10 feet apart.
Okay.
So they're all definitely following the same path.
All right. Guess keep going with an eye out for what the terrain, any sort of advantageous terrain features may be, and see where the trail leads, or if it just peters out at some point.
Okay. So the marsh proper starts pretty closely out of the town proper. It gets very thick and very overgrown very quickly. And especially now as the sun is going down, you're actually seeing there's a very thick mist forming that is probably part of where it got the name the Mist Marsh, which is making it very hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, make me an intellect check, difficulty 3, anything having to do with navigation or direction or not getting lost. Would come in handy here.
Both of us?
Are you following him into the marsh?
Yeah, I'm with him.
Yeah, then yes, both of you.
Would survival skills work? Or perception? I also have seen through illusion.
No, I'll take perception.
I will put in a level of effort on this one. It seems appropriate, but apparently didn't need to.
That's okay. So you managed to find your way back out. Howard, actually, you're this is a marsh. This is a fen. This is where you're from. So it's actually relatively easy for you to not only make your way back out, but also to make sure that Zahar stays with you.
Oh, don't step on that. All right, this way.
They smell when you squish them.
Yeah.
You.
Really
Meanwhile, I'm
bad.
making a face because water.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything
Besides,
about my ankles I don't like.
Take to it
No,
like
no.
a cat to water.
No, that's a corpse flower. No. Bad.
Okay. And do you do anything else before setting up your stakeout? I'm assuming you get a meal. Do you want to try to catch a few Z's?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. What about everyone else?
Oh, I figure after a while, Zach and I head back to the inn to meet up with everybody else.
Yep.
Whenever we head out, has the sun set?
up until midnight.
Yeah, you all get the whole story that the kids have all left at midnight.
Okay.
So unless you are specifically going early to set up your lookout position, yes, it will be dark.
Okay.
Okay, so I assume that two of us are currently missing from the inn. Is are already, preparing to murder somebody.
Howard and Zahar? No, they're back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming everyone comes back for meal and meetup and plotting.
Debrief
Exchange.
and all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, exchange of information, but before. It's not like, it's not like we have, like cell phones where we can, text each other what we found,
Right.
Of course, that would be really
Tick's
awesome.
Get on that.
What was that?
Tick has to get on the communication doodad thing.
Yes, so we can have crystals like another live play series that will not be named.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, the Hereward's going to do the old soldier trick of getting a power nap in when he can.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably have several hours.
Yeah. Okay, so you go and everyone's going to take a little power nap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a power nap. Make sure that the innkeeper wake us up before 11:30.
Yep.
If we are late, bad things happen, obviously. So, and have some water boiled. We're going to want some stuff.
Yep. So yeah, you get a couple of hours rest. You wake up. The innkeeper actually does have some calf. So.
Oh, fantastic!
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So you get all juiced up. And as midnight approaches, you are in your spot, and as the clock tower strikes midnight, you see young 9-year-old Ellen emerging from her home in a nightgown. Her eyes are open, but as you look at her, they are glazed like polished glass. She walks barefoot down the street and out into the muddy path heading towards the mist marsh.
Showtime, folks.
And all of you, so and Seraphina, it occurs to you that if you were a kid and out at midnight in just that nightgown, you'd be fucking freezing.
Yeah.
It's chilly out here. And she's just completely blasé. what do you do?
We follow.
Okay. Okay. I would like everyone, please, to make me a speed defense roll, difficulty 3.
And
Ooh. Oh. Wow.
Okay, heck it. I'm gonna reroll
You've met
that.
these dice before.
Right.
ooh,
Okay, so
Okay.
Howard, you're rerolling.
Girls stay on their feet.
Right.
Guys, not so much.
Okay, so beats difficulty 2, having a 3. Tick, you having a 3, beat a 2. Howard, you having a 3, and with your reroll, beat a 2. So I will offer all 3 of you a devil's bargain, which is that these rolls can succeed. So basically these rolls are to like avoid slipping into bogs, tripping on roots, that kind of thing. You can succeed at this one, but the next one will be more difficult.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, I will absolutely cheat that.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to levitate. And like, whoa.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
Right. So everyone who failed the roll took the bargain, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, this will be another difficulty 3 roll, and Howard, Tick, and Zell, you are hindered by 1 step.
Okay. No. Not lying. I'm going to use my hover ability to follow the group that way, so I don't have to worry so much about slipping.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're good. Fina, you have hover as well, I think.
yes.
So you can do the same thing if you wish.
That is totally worth paying an intellect point for.
That you have edge for anyway.
Otherwise, it would cost 2. So
Yeah.
Wait.
I could be super cheesy at the moment.
Okay. Hindered.
So are you saying that you're not actually a flightless duck?
Well, I do have a gravity nullifying cipher, so I could slap it on a log.
Hey, ciphers are going to be used, man.
And like tie some rope on it, hand it to
tie it around the kid.
No. Hand it to to Zahar or somebody else and ride my floating log.
Does that cipher say
my
anything
God.
about like weight limits or anything?
So bad.
I'm just having this vision of you just levitating just enough to be like, ooh, like flying a kite.
Yeah, I'm picturing like Zahar with a log-shaped balloon.
Matt, is there any weight limit on that cipher?
If a non-living object no larger than a human, 2 humans, cipher's level 6 or higher, it's level 8,
Okay.
is coded by the cipher, it floats 1d 20 feet in the air, so this could backfire anyway.
So what I will say
permanently and no longer has weight if it's carried, though it does need to be strapped down.
Okay, so I think what we can say, if Zell and or Serafina are amenable to this, is that the other three of you are riding a floating log. That one or both of Zell and Fina are trailing, just as you said, Ikat, trailing, behind them like a balloon.
Should require no additional concentration than the amount to move myself.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that is absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay.
You mutter something about dignity and.
No, this is a tactical maneuver that we're getting an aerial vantage point.
Yep.
So that we can potentially see the bad guys coming.
So imagine being the bad guy and you get to see this.
Right?
This whole floating party coming behind the kid.
This is so ridiculous.
That shouldn't have been Serafina. That should have been me. Yeah, you're actually pretty high up. You are 17 feet in the air. So
one hell of a long rope.
Right.
Oh my god.
So you can actually see from up there. This actually gives you a good vantage point to see that the path that she's following is marked by glowing pale bluish green lights.
Interesting.
And as you're about 20 minutes in, I need everyone please to make me a difficulty 3 intellect defense roll. Nice. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Fina. Okay. So each of you hear, as you get further into this marsh, you can see that it feels more wrong the further you go. You can see that the mist is kind of swirling about as if in a wind gust, but there's no wind. The trees are increasingly bending at unnatural angles. You can hear like just distant whispers, like just outside of the reach of your hearing, just enough to know that it's not in any language that you know. Serafina, I'll get back to you. You hear Zahar, you hear the cawing of some kind of corvid. It's just, and it's, you can feel, and you manage to all shake off like a feeling of fear and foreboding, but it is not happiness here.
Does the language have a feel of like fiendish or celestial? Because I am trained in both languages.
Sure. Yes and no. It has when you taste something and you describe the mouthfeel of it?
Yeah.
So this kind of has the same ear feel as both celestial and fiendish. It's not either of them, and it's not like a derivative of either of them.
Okay.
But it feels the same. Serafina, you actually you do recognize, well, okay, you don't recognize this, but you kind of understand it. This is an old language, like directly descended from the mother tongue.
Okay.
And it's not like a conversation. It's just kind of whispers of beckoning, of invitation, of, keep going, you're almost there.
So not so much of a spell as more just like a vocalized intent as opposed to like a ritualistic, chanting.
It's not a spell, and it's not a ritual, it's not an incantation, and it's not like having, it's not mind affecting.
Okay.
It's the creepy whispering version of background music.
Okay. Explain to everybody what we're hearing. So.
And after about 30 minutes or so total, the dead trees part to reveal an island of firmer ground. What you see defies explanation. Dozens of ramshackle stalls made from bones, twisted branches, and scavenged materials, all lit by the same eerie blue-green lights that you saw coming in. Hunched figures move between the stalls, their forms wrapped in tattered cloaks, their heads those of corvids, ravens, crows, magpies, bleached bone white. And there, wandering between the stalls like sleepwalkers, are the children. What do you do?
Tick tries to scan again.
Okay. Yeah, let's make me a difficulty 5 roll, please.
Adding 1 level of effort.
Nice.
Yay.
Okay. So the scan, I mean, this entire area is magic, but it's not a magic of any kind that you've ever seen. And it's not, it's not alchemy, it's not ritual, it's not divine. It is something completely different. And it actually, it takes you a second, and then like there's a synapse between how you're interpreting your scan and your heritage is a gnome that fires. And you realize that this is Fae.
While he's doing that, I cast Blessings of the God Protection.
Okay.
Around us.
Okay.
So as long as we stay within immediate radius for 1 minute, we're in a defensive bubble that we have. Defense is ease, no noise, regardless of its origin, sounder than normal speaking.
Okay.
To do a 1 action rest.
Okay.
Should all, drop down and say hello.
So that gets that pool back up to full.
Okay, so as you as you step onto the market grounds, you feel a weight settle over you. It's the weight, as strange as this sounds, this is how your brains interpret it. It is the weight of ancient laws settling on you. And a deep, rasping voice does speak directly into your minds. Welcome to the Carrion market, where all things have their place. 3 laws bind this place. First, no violence within the market bounds. Those who strike shall be struck still. Second, all trades must be willing. We take only what is freely given. Third, all debts must be paid. Essence for essence, worth for worth.
Well, fuck.
Hold on. Zal, I feel like you could rules lawyer this, that the children cannot freely give up their souls because they are not considered to be adults who basically they're still basically essentially owned by their parents. Their parents did not consent, therefore I was like, come on, run with this. It's all I got right now.
So, who took the children's souls? I want to bargain with you.
Well, you can see that there are a number of market stalls, and you see the 3 children, and they are wandering from stall to stall. You see one of them is even with the flickering lights from the Carrion market, he's actually somewhat translucent. And you can actually see that he is becoming more translucent as you watch, and it stops, and then the person, the thing, the raven skull headed thing that he is apparently trading with, hands him a wooden toy soldier, and he thanks. He nods his head and thanks, and turns, and still walking like he's in a trance, walks to the next stall.
Okay, first of all, guys, intercept these 3. This is bad. And the one that came with us.
So you can see, actually, Ellen, now that you see, Ellen is actually currently at a stall. She's being shown a beautiful looking music box. And the thing behind the stall has its arm out extended, and it looks like she is reaching out to shake its hand.
Run up and
You want to stop her?
push the girl's hand out of the, as if to knock her hand away.
Okay.
Bringing her into my bubble of protection.
Okay.
Because it's good for a minute.
As you hit her hand, that's violence. Please make me a difficulty 7 might defense task. You are paralyzed.
Okay.
You, like, the second your hand hits hers out of the way, you are completely frozen.
Oh, wait a minute. That should have been eased. I don't know if it would have helped.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Understand the math for this stuff,
so eased would have brought it down one level, which would have still made it a difficulty 4, and you only beat it 2.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 rolls. We have no violence. Oh, shoot. What's the second one?
Freely given.
Right. Okay.
Then
fair exchange.
If you would like, you can make me because it was okay. So it was just a couple of minutes ago, but then that happened, and so that kind of startled you a little bit. Make me a difficulty 2 intellect roll, and I will remind you of them. Okay. Nice. No violence within the market bounds. All trades must be willing, and all debts must be paid. And this is specifically the one that struck you as interesting, because the comment is essence for essence, worth for worth.
Okay.
Soul is slightly more valuable than a magical trinket.
Maybe.
And as this happens, as you're recalling these laws, you see someone kind of, it's almost like he's rising from the ground, but he's kind of rising out of the market itself. He is about, he looks like these other merchants, but he's about twice as tall. He has a robe that is made of thousands of black feathers. So, Howard, you're a little bit disconcerted. He has the skull of a raven that is crowned with a circlet of tarnished silver, and he carries a staff topped with a human skull. And he opens, you all are still in the bubble. So that prevents anything from going out or in, or both. You can.
No noise, regardless of its origin, sounds louder than normal speaking voice.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's not silence. It's just it's a max volume. Got it. So.
Oh my God, magical loops! I love it.
Yep. So he speaks in, and it sounds like a chorus of whispers, caws, and dying breaths. It is truly unsettling. No more than a moment, and already you have broken the laws of the market. Humans.
So who summoned these other humans against their will?
Nothing was summoned against their will. They were made an offer. It was accepted. Admission to the market. Freely given. Every trade you see here. Freely accepted. Take a look through my market. You may find something that appeals to you.
Well, I would certainly be interested in the souls of several children. Who has those?
No souls. That one. And he points towards, he kind of nods towards Jessa. Traded for that silver mirror. Her memories of her mother. That one. Pointing at one of the boy who's not half transparent. 1 year of his life for a knife that never dulls. Quite a bargain, I would say. And that one, looking at the one who is about half transparent. And you see him, you see the kid is holding a wooden bird toy that is currently, you can hear it singing. Yes. For that, he gave his joy. All freely given. In accordance with the laws of the market.
Aware of the price before they paid.
Of course.
And willingly, without glamour or compulsion.
The rules apply to all. Even myself. We are all bound here. All trades are freely offered, freely accepted. No glamours. And okay. So we're gonna start with Serafina.
Okay.
As you're looking around, you see one of these creatures catches your eye and points down in his stall to a pile of books. Make me an intellect defense check, difficulty 4, please. Nice. So you retain the choice of whether or not to go over and look. And this is, it was not a magic compulsion so much as it was just a gleaning of your desires.
Interesting.
Do you go over and look?
No.
Okay. Zell. Same thing happens to you. One of the other vendors shows you a mirror. Please make me a difficulty 4 intellect defense check. Oh, let's see. We'll get those 2 points back. Okay. Fina, don't forget to hit the little coins to get your points back because you rolled a 20.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Okay. So yes, you succeed again. The choice of whether to go peruse is yours.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay. We will go to Howard. Howard. You see a gleaming set of knives. Difficulty 4 intellect defense roll, please. Nice. Okay. Again, the choice is yours.
He desires, and if they were actually reading his mind, they'd know what he desires in this situation.
Okay. Tick. You see a set of tools. You can see even from here that they were made by a master crafter. Difficulty 4 intellect defense roll, please. And actually, I'm going to say because you're curious, you're hindered.
1.
Yep. Okay. And Zahar, you see what do you see? You see the hand of a mannequin wearing a ring. Difficulty 4 defense check, please. Okay, so Tick, you are the only one who. Well, actually, Zahar, I will give you the choice.
Well, even if I wasn't paralyzed, I would not go.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. So, Tick. You have an eye for quality. What do you offer?
So, how in control am I not?
You are perfectly in control.
Oh, okay.
The failing the indirect defense roll was basically just, you despite yourself, you went over and were looking at them. But no,
Okay.
you are not under any sort of mind control. You are not under, no compulsion, no anything. All trades
Fine.
must be freely given and agreed to.
Mm-hmm. Player intrusion.
Okay. What would you like?
Tick is looking at the tools,
Okay.
and like internally, he is salivating.
Mm-hmm.
And his hand, almost unbeknownst to him, starts to reach down for the ornithopter, for the crystal,
Okay.
because his focus is increasing on just the craftsmanship in these tools and the air about everything.
The things you could make with these.
Mm-hmm. The speed and precision,
And
the level of complexity,
not
the
only that,
renown.
not only would you have these things, not only would you have made these things, this would be legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And as his hand settles on the ornithopter around the crystal, purportedly to offer it as trade, a pulse, a wave, sort of like a very small one of those pulse shock waves that goes, and just radiates outward, except it's not a feeling, but a voice.
Okay.
It's Neuglin. And Tick snaps out of it and takes his hand off and steps away and goes, "No, thank you," and resists the temptation.
You seem... Don't go yet. Let me make you an offer.
My offers have already been tendered, and I have no more to give.
Oh, but you do.
Not of my own free will.
You seem troubled.
He looks away. That is inconsequential.
Oh. Then it is something you are willing to give up.
Tick looks into whatever it is that he's looking at.
So this is, you see, this is a, approximately human-sized creature, humanoid, but with a bleached white crow skull.
Okay.
And the eye sockets have that same kind of blue-green light as the things you saw coming into the market.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it's just a skull means it's kind of hard to read its expression.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of does the head tilt towards you. I would alleviate you of that troubled feeling. Think so unburdened. what you could do with these. With no troubles. And he holds out his hand.
Can Tick see the kids?
Yeah.
Tick looks at the kids, looks over at Zell, looks over at Seraphina, thinks about Tiff. And for a haggling roll, in exchange for the release of the children. All of them.
So you see the light kind of flare in his eyes for a second. And you can put together, if he had an expression on his face, his eyes would have gone wide for a moment. Oh, no. Too much. Not enough for all three. So much. And not. They did not trade with me. I hold nothing of theirs. And at this point, the larger one, the Carrion King. Did I hear an offer of bargaining?
You might have.
The children have traded quite a bit. Some of which are actually to their betterment. He points again at Jessa. She will never again feel fear. He, and he points over to the more transparent one. He will never know bitter nor sour again. That one is still new. He has only made one trade, and that is for a year of his life. Tell me, what will you do to settle those debts? Would you give your own life? Or a portion thereof? Perhaps, what I could do with your spark of creativity. The wonders that we could make. You. And he looks now at Seraphina. I can see both of you. And he also looks at Howard. Your memories, they bring you pain. I can take them. I can free you from them. Free you from the weight, from the terrible responsibility.
Can you?
What?
Can you free me from that weight?
I can.
And you would give my most desired want for that?
I cannot offer that which I do not have.
Oh, welcome into my mind and see what is that I wish in this moment.
Okay. What are you asking?
What he wants is this place burning down and the kids home. That is burning like a beacon in his mind, in the front. Everything else is under the cool pool of the lake at River's Head.
I am as bound as you are by the laws of the market. I cannot offer you the destruction of this place, but I can accept such counteroffer as to free the children. And depending on the price, perhaps even return for a valid counteroffer some of what they gave. Or all, if you are willing to exchange for it.
And what would you want?
3 children, 6 trades. I would take from you, Mallet. I would accept your memory of that place. From you, Celestial. I would take... I would not take something, simply have it. I would have your true name.
I cannot give that I do not have.
You do. You may not know it, but it is there.
If I don't know what it is, how can I give it to you? And I'm not letting you reach into my mind to go and rooting around finding it.
If you wish it well, if you wish it strongly enough, you can find it without any help from me. You, Nom. I sense that your creativity is too high a price. think from you. The creation of an item to be named later. Nothing outside of your skill set. Nothing that would be detrimental to you or yours, but something of which I may have need in the future. You, fiend, I would take your joy. And
But I have so much more I could offer you than that.
I'm listening.
Well, I have something interesting very few people seem to have. I have the enmity of Oshun. What's that worth?
Make me a persuasion roll. Difficulty is 5.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. And how? In what form would this come?
Well, that's a fascinating question. I don't know how you would take it, but I'll certainly freely give it to you. You would have something none of your colleagues have, I would imagine. People would pay just for the notice of a god, and this is far more than notice. This is very personal.
That is true. To take from you Shun's hatred of you. Yes. I can do things with that. Tick. Make me a haggling roll. Difficulty 5.
I have XP.
Okay.
This time I have XP.
Yep.
Oh,
Roll it. There you go. What the Carrion King is offering Zell has loopholes so wide you could put the entire citadel through them. The terms are simply removing Ishun's enmity of Zell. You can think of hundreds of ways that could happen, and only the least worst of them involve Zell dying.
Mm-hmm.
but it wouldn't transfer to him. That's the trick. He has to get it in the end.
Well, that's where Tick's creativity and tinkering can come into play. Could be a manifestation It could be a symbol.
Oh, I have a.
Word thing is you put this stuff in and can't think of the word.
Is this Ray or Tick that can't think of the word?
Ray can't think of the word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sigil?
Not the this what's the thing you put stuff into that like you
Contract?
huh?
A
Contract?
talisman?
Talisman. Talisman.
Okay.
Actually, thinking about it, if you can't take mine, I can certainly give you his enmity. I can absolutely do that. There's a very simple way to do that.
There must be a price, a fair price, and that is not. You give nothing, you lose nothing.
It's an exchange of services. I can bestow something upon you, or have him bestow it upon you through my good offices.
Perhaps something different. You traffic in secrets.
I do.
What is your house, Vukarin? I see. Well then, perhaps we cannot deal after all. But there is one more in our little cadre. I cannot free you from your violation of the rule of the market. But I can give you back something that you want, something that you lost. And he actually glances back over to the stall that you had seen before, Zohar, with the ring. Or should I say, someone you have lost.
You cannot give what you do not have.
You would be surprised. I think possibly more so than your lady. But we will keep that deal for another day. So I have from the Mallard that which troubles you, the weight of your obligation, of your responsibility. From the Celestial, your true name, which you do have, whether or not you know it. From the Gnome, an invention to be decided upon at a later date. And from the Vulcan. Oh, you are a puzzle, my friend. And I do enjoy a puzzle. Perhaps that is what I will ask from you then. I request the puzzle that is who you are. I believe this to be equal value, these 4 things, to the things that the children have already bartered away. And they, like everything else, he gestures behind him. In the center of the market, there is there's a large stall draped in black cloth. They will go into my vault for safekeeping. And in return, I will return those things that the children surrendered. And they can be on their way, as can you. And he looks up, and you can see that even it's just from the position of the moons. You've actually been here a couple of hours. It didn't feel like it. You had no sense of time while you were here. But our time grows short. We have but a little time before the market leaves your world again. If you do not wish to be here when it does, I would negotiate quickly. And he looks back over at the children, and you can see that the one who was already half translucent is getting more so, and the other 2 are starting to fade as well. They do not have much more time.
Oh, fuck. I guys, I have to, like, it's like practically a freaking compulsion for me that I need to be able to help these children.
But for your true name, yeesh.
Yeah, I know. But there's something that I might be able to get back on my own.
Eh,
Tough, man. What is the first rule of trading and contracts?
Never talk about trade club.
What assurities do we have that you bargain true?
It is the laws of the market. And as I said, I am as beholden to them as you. All
Are not
trades
of the market.
I didn't actually catch what you said, sir.
I said, but we are not of the market.
But you stand within its walls. You stand within its stalls. And thus, you are as beholden to the rules as I. A trade conducted and agreed upon within the market shall be executed as per the terms of the agreement.
Those terms in writing?
There are no written contracts here.
See, that is a shame. Because the problem with us mortals is we are creatures of law and contract, especially when it comes to trade. Verbal contracts can be forgotten, ignored.
That is why that is why the goods are traded as soon as the deal is completed. Debts must be paid, and they shall be. These are the laws of the market.
And who holds these debts? Is there a tally of them?
Yes.
Can we see the tally?
It is the laws of the market, Mallard. I do not understand what you do not understand.
Pity, then. Because with trade, there is a record for what a surety and what tax, what is owed. There's always a tally somewhere. Merely asking to see with my eye what the tally and what the balance is.
As this discussion is going on, you can see that the witch lights are actually starting to dim, and it looks like a couple of the market stalls are starting to close up. Our time is nearly at an end. Unclaimed merchandise becomes property of the market.
That's a fourth rule that was never mentioned.
See? You get it. Now there are new rules. If there's nothing in writing, how do we know what is true?
Okay, above board, Either Zell or Tick needs to step in at this point and try to rescue this negotiation because it's going south very quickly. You can tell that he is losing his patience.
It's kind of the point.
And you can see that the children are continuing to fade. In fact, you can see they're actually starting to huddle together because they can sense that something bad is about to happen.
Why should anyone be beholden to your agreements when you are not capable of freely giving the terms and the records as the Mallard has specified?
The market knows its own. If that is not enough for you, then perhaps our dealings are at an end.
You speak of the market as if it's a separate entity. If you are not the market, and the skull is not the market, let the market speak. Where is the market? You say we are in its boundaries, but yet you are not capable of reproducing its parameters. You speak for the market, but yet you speak out of both sides of your mouth. And we all know that that isn't good.
What have I said that is untrue?
That there are 3 rules of the market before you introduce the 4th. Number 1.
I have a question for you. Why is the market so secret? It's not a very good market that way, is it? That's another service we could provide you.
We prefer to think of ourselves as exclusive.
For children? Oh, you can get such better dealings if people knew to come here. A child's fear? They haven't had time to fear anything. Or their sense of sour or whatnot. How about somebody who's really lived? Wouldn't you like them to come here of their own free will and deal with you? We could make that happen.
And so you have. You have delivered yourselves willingly. Though it seems not with much interest.
But if
in
we're
trading.
here, you are stuck with us. You will have this night for all eternity. It doesn't sound like you're making too many good deals while we're here, does it?
He looks back at the children.
I can haggle till the hells grow cold.
Okay, so are you...
I'm offering him advertising.
Right. Are you simply trying to stall?
No. I will speak the name of the market and his name and even where you could find it next if they provide me with that information. And I will do that in exchange.
I do not believe that that on its own would be enough.
For four things that little children can give.
And you speak as that
We
as
speak to
one
heads of state.
who takes the innocence of little children who know not of what they surrender to you for trinkets and wishes. Who is the child here?
I challenge you. Who knows joy better than a child? Hmm? Who senses the world around them more vibrantly than a child?
But they've seen so little of it. They've experienced so little.
And yet the things...
I suppose if you've only eaten bread, a good slice of bread is wonderful, but there's so many other things out there you probably haven't even heard of. I can guarantee that.
Okay. Matt, your mic is pretty much... I can barely hear you.
How about this?
Better.
Okay. Sorry. Besides, a simple dog knows more joy than any child would.
And the parents of the child, they brings them great joy as they see their own childhood through their own child.
Joy doubled, tripled.
Merely the joy of creating a child in itself. Watching new life happen, that's something no child understands.
You are mistaking joy for infatuation in exchange for their innocence.
What a thin soup you sup on.
We can offer you so much more.
All right.
Did your eyes not widen at our offers, much as these children's did?
And yet now you rescind them. You bargain in bad faith.
Oh no, we're merely bargaining.
Knowingly versus naively. You know these differences.
How well I do. Okay, so let's So Howard, you're trying to make him mad, right?
There are two gambits at work.
Okay.
Either make him so mad he breaks the rules of the market, becoming forfeit, or he actually produces a contract, and then there's plan C.
Okay. You have danced that dance enough with him that you know that he either cannot or simply will not produce such a record.
Okay.
Fina, what is your angle here?
I still maintain that the children are basically, they are not basically, they can't consent. They're innocent. Innocence cannot.
We just lost Patrick.
Yes. That innocence cannot basically bargain on their own.
Okay. Welcome
And
back.
he's back.
Tick, what is your angle here? What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to reveal the lack of accountability and acting in bad faith of using loopholes in order to prey on innocence.
Okay. To what end? What's your objective?
To get the children released in full.
Okay. What is Zell's angle?
I'm offering him a biscuit in the sense that this, we are at the last possible minute, so I am throwing him a new offer, which has a certain amount of appeal, and he has to consider very quickly whether or not that is worth it.
Okay. Zahar.
So,
you're muted.
I've just been quiet this whole time watching.
Yeah. Okay.
I have not offered anything. I have not accepted anything.
Okay. Tick and Howard make me intellect rolls difficulty 5. Anything relating to sensing motive or insight, or I would take perception. Will apply to those. Howard?
It's a difficulty 5, you
Yep.
said?
Yep. Okay.
Suck it.
Yep. Okay. So here's what you know. You know that the moral arguments are not working. He sees nothing wrong with bargaining with children. He does not he cannot produce a record because one does not exist, because that is the essence of the market.
Okay.
He has what he wants. He has all the things that the children have already given him. The only way you're going to get them back is by offering him something better.
Okay. Is Zell's line of attack have any interest?
Yes, but the mostly moral tone of the conversation has soured it.
Okay.
It's not unredeemable, but it's
It's soured. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Too many cooks in the pot.
Well, no, we were coming from a different an angle that doesn't meet his needs.
Yeah.
That being said, with the insight, with the minor effect, do I get a sense that I can just poison this pot enough that he will break his own rules?
I don't think you can get him to break to break the rules.
Okay, so I can't piss him off enough
No,
that he'll attack.
no,
All right.
because again, when the market closes, either you go with it or you don't. Either way, unless you have negotiated something to free the children will go.
Right. Okay. So Zell's line of reasoning, except for the any moralistic flavoring, is not is the most effective. What we've got.
Yeah. Now let's see. What all do you guys have?
I have a quick idea we can pull.
Okay.
We all offer him exactly what I'm offering. So give him the bargain of we will advertise him.
Okay.
Trust me on this one. I got a plan. I also happen to have a skill that gives how does that work? Is that everyone is that an easement or okay, yeah, so I can ease everybody's bargaining task to convince this guy, or more so their persuasion, because I'm very specialized in this.
Okay.
So I can use encouragement on the whole group in order to persuade them to offer the same deal that we as a group will advertise the market and him as a seller in it wherever we go. And that should ease the task for everybody and hopefully persuade this jackass that this is a great idea.
Okay. It's going to be a difficulty 5 check. You have managed to piss him off a little bit, or more than a little bit, so it's going to be hindered by 1. But because this is a group effort, which Zell, I'm assuming you are going to be leading, you can give yourself 2 assets from the various help from the rest of the party.
All right.
So it's difficulty 5, hindered by 1, and then 2 assets.
Assets. Where do I put the hindrance in?
There's a thing that says
bonus or penalty to roll?
No.
Or situational modifier hindered by?
Yeah. Situational modifier hindered by 1.
Okay.
Are we rolling as well, or this is just Zell?
Yeah.
This is all on Zell now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
In which case, I'm just going to chuck in 2 levels of effort to ease the task and turn it into a 0.
6. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I didn't get a 20. Damn it.
No, apparently I took all the 20s tonight.
So, yeah, you finally get through to his greed. And he will give you back the children and the things they took on one condition. If within a year and a day he has not reclaimed sufficient value from your advertisement, he will come for you.
All right.
Okay, right. Somebody write that down.
I will run into at least that many people I don't like in the next year and a day.
I mean, hell,
You-
the next time.
What name should I give him? Because I am going to have advertise him anyway.
The Carrion King.
And the name of the market? Carrion Market?
The Carrion Market.
I mean, next time Shun shows up, it's going to have an interesting sales pitch tossed at him.
If he was going to go for the accepting the enmity of a god, I was just going to start telling absolutely everybody so it would get back to him that I'm totally in cahoots with this guy. He is helping us out. If he can't see us here, it's as good as true. And that motherfucker.
Hey.
What? I didn't do... God damn it.
So, you make the agreement?
Yes.
Okay. He goes into... as you shake hands and agree to this, he produces a potion bottle, uncorks it, and you feel something of you, and you're not quite sure what, leave. And it comes out in a swirl of energy and goes into the bottle. And he takes it behind the curtain into the vault, comes out with 6 others, pops the tops, the energy returns to the children. I would make haste if I were you. The market is closing.
I grab Zahar as best I can, just like basically come up, tackle her, hoist her up on my shoulder, and start running.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the kids. I've got a kid in each hand.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm actually popping hover, and we are going up and away.
Okay.
Hey kids, we're going on a magic log ride. Everybody hop on.
There's the name.
Magic log ride.
Magic log ride.
Okay. And you return to Red Hill. As the sun is rising.
Yeah, we're totally getting a free night's sleep out of this.
Yep. The townspeople are ecstatic to hear that, to see their children returned. The town council and Grandmother Moss present you with basically everything that they were able to scrape together as a price for returning the children, which is 150
and this
gold.
block of cheese.
Yep. It's 150 arum. Some of which is in stuff, but
Yeah.
And so that is... So you've saved the children. You did what you set out to do. But this thing is out there. You don't know what else is out there. And Tick, from that connection that you made in your brain, there are possibly more players in this game than you thought. And speaking of players in this game, that's where we're going to end this session of Echoes of the Undying.
Well, it's going, sleep now.
Yep. We're going to get out of here, do probably a really quick after show. And then that'll be up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube, right here, this channel. If you like what we do, tell a friend. Sit and watch, have them sit and watch. Kibitz about it later. Tell us what you think. We love it. We would love to interact with some or all or more of you. But yeah, so in the meantime, for Matt, Julie, Ray, Patrick, and ECAT, I am Trevor, the Vitruvian Meeple. Have a good night.